Once upon a time, a man came to see an old sage to complain about his problems and sufferings in life. The old sage listened attentively to the man. Then, at the end, he handed him a handful of salt. The man was confused and wondered if this salt had magical properties to purify him and wash away all the pain and suffering in his life. The sage asked the man to put a handful of salt in a glass of water and drink it. The man did as the master instructed. "What does the water taste like?" asked the master curiously. "Disgusting, not good at all," the man declared, spitting the salty water on the ground. The master smiled at the man's reaction. He then asked the young man to pour another handful of salt into a lake not too far from there. The old sage and the young man walked together to the nearby lake. The man threw the handful of salt into the lake and mixed the water as much as he could. "Now drink the water from the lake," ordered the old sage. The young man drank the water from the lake without any problem. "What does the water from the lake taste like?" asked the old sage. The young man, who was thirsty, greatly appreciated the fresh water from the lake. "It's perfect. I can't taste any salt at all," replied the young man, astonished. The old sage then sat next to the confused young man, took his hand and said, "The pain of life is like salt, pure and simple. The same amount of salt added to a glass of water will not have the same effect as that same amount of salt added to a lake. The effect of the salt depends on the size of its container. You see, in life, in your life, the amount of pain remains exactly the same. However, the amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container in which we place our pain. So, when you suffer, the only thing you can do is broaden your perception of things. Your perception of problems significantly influences their impact on you. When you view challenges through a narrow lens, they can seem overwhelming. By broadening your perspective, like comparing a glass to a lake, you can make difficulties feel more manageable. Don't be overwhelmed by negative emotions. Accept pain as an inevitable part of life and build resilience so you will better navigate challenges and maintain serenity. Stop being a glass, become a lake. If you like this story, subscribe to my channel and share the video with those dear to you.